Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rock Star. All right, so in between here, you and I were chatting about, we'll say, the greats. And so you had mentioned going to a funeral, unfortunately, and seeing Ozzy Osbourne there. So it kind of makes me think, I want to play you a band called NINGEN ISU. And as far as Japanese metal goes, these guys are the top, man. This is cool stuff.
Wow.
So I'm going to play you a track, and you can let me know if you agree with me and at what bar you set it.
Okay.
Should be at a pretty high level, right? Because I've made it no secret I love NINGEN ISU. Who's Bobby Reeves? Bobby Reeves is a singer. He's been in Crazytown, Adema, and his band, Level. If you want to read more about him, you can do so at his website, bobbyreeves.com. Let's jump to this and see what he has to say about NINGEN ISU. Okay, so this is a band called NINGEN ISU. I love them through and through. The track's a little longer. It's 8.5 minutes, but I think it's 8.5 minutes of bliss. So you can let me know if you think I'm on the right level here or not. That was an association with your band, by the way.
Yeah.
So that was the
I like it. Let's do it.
Okay,
let's do it. Let's do it, man. Got me all worked up, ready to watch it.
It's good. It's good.
しくしくじりばかりのこの私に満ち足りる日は来るだろうか夢の叶う日あるだろうか仏様シャバダバディオシャバダバディオシャバダバディオババババシャバダバディオシャバダバディオシャバダバディオババババ私の命に光を私の明日に光を全ての命に光を全ての明日に光を
What do you got to say?
That was crazy. I like that you get that look on your face when it kicks in. It cracks me up.
Yeah,
I like it. Like in about 6 minutes and 50 seconds, they really kick. I like the vocals he's sort of doing there, and it's unpredictable. I like that it's unconventional songwriting. You know, nowadays all the songs have to be 3 minutes and 15 seconds, so you won't get on the radio. We have to do verse, chorus, bridge, cut out, and it's not cookie cutter at all. And it kept me engaged. You know, so I dug it. It's really dope. I didn't expect him to bust out solos like that. If he was walking by, you'd never expect that he plays guitar like that.
He's so good.
Yeah, very good, very dope.
All right, so another question. So for me, these guys are like the pillars of Japanese metal. They started in the 80s. There's some other great stuff too. But when was the first time you were starstruck? Who did you meet that you were kind of like, minced your words at? Or so for me, it was Jimmy Page. You know, for you, who would it be? Who did you run into that you were just like, whoa?
How did you meet Jimmy Page?
I was at a bar. I went to a bar. There was a promoter here. Did you ever meet Pumpkin Pie?
Mm-mm.
She promoted on Sunset a bit. She was a cool lady. And so I was inside a bar owned by the drummer of the Police's brother. He had a bar called The Backstage in Hollywood. And in comes Jimmy Page,
Wow.
And I'm just sitting there kind of like, wow. And my girlfriend at the time was talking to me. And I'm just totally ignoring her because I just didn't even know what to say. I'm like, Jimmy Page. And then Pumpkin invites him to come sit at the table with us. So he sat down at the table with us and he was just hanging out, man. And I just remember sitting there thinking like, I can't believe Jimmy Page is sitting at the table with me,
Yeah.
It was cool.
That's good. I met one of my favorite movies of all time is Natural Born Killers. Have you seen that movie?
Oh,
dopest movie ever. So I'm a big Juliette Lewis fan for whatever reason, So I used to hang out at the Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset right next to the Roxy all the time. That was my stomping grounds. You probably do the same.
A lot of times.
Yeah, lots of stories there, man. I was outside. Everybody's mingling, when they kind of shoot outside. And this person walks up to me, this girl, kind of had a little bit of greasy hair, and I've been drinking a little bit, and she was like, hey, said something to me, like, we got to go do this, do that. I thought she You know, I thought I knew her, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I thought it was somebody's girlfriend. I didn't want to be rude, so I couldn't remember. I knew I recognized her, and I knew her, but I'm bad with names, you know, especially after you've had a few drinks, of course. This was a long time ago. And so she ran in and went to the back into the Roxy, and that's the place that we were going next. We were at the Rainbow, then we were going to the Roxy, and I forget what it was called, but they have, well, I don't know if it was Camp Freddy or not, but I don't know if you've ever seen them. It's they do covers, but it's all rock stars that show up, like Dave Navarro will show up and play, and they change out members all the time. And so I was at the Roxy and kind of forgot about talking to her, this girl, because, you know, talking to so many people. And she came out on stage and killed it on the vocals and performed. I think that's the girl I was just talking to outside, you know, whatever. I think she thought I was somebody else for whatever reason. And she was killing it on the vocals, man. I was blown away. And I'm a huge fan of her, you know, for movies and stuff. So it was cool to watch that. It's cool to hear her.
Yeah.
So she's got pipes on her. And she's crazy as hell. Crazy as hell on stage, just like in Natural Born Killers, but crazier. So, yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had her bass player came on the podcast a while back, and he's a good dude. He's a cool cat. It was good. So,
yeah,
that
was great.
Anyhow, we got time for one more?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna play you a band called Bandmade, and you can let me.
All right, cool.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I now have a Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Discord, and even a Patreon. The Patreon you can join for as little as $1. The handle on all of them, it's of course, Joel Roadie. I'll see you guys on the next one.